Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go live. Habari Ghani Riches. Today is Tuesday, June the 18th. It is exactly 5:07 a.m. on the East Coast. Thank you so much if you're tuning in to me from Central, Pacific, Mountain, another time zone. I really appreciate you stopping by. And today I'm just getting ready. But honey, I was sitting here. I've been sitting here for about 15 minutes reading up on this story about the people in Maryland, the governor. So I had got into the story that I said, wait a minute, let me just add that to my list and we're going to talk about it if you haven't heard, which I'm sure a lot of you already heard because it's in the New York Post and everything. So I am always trying something new when it comes to the makeup. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. Listen to your makeup. But I saw this lady doing her makeup yesterday. And she was showing you how you could do it in 10 minutes. And the reason why I was tuning in is because I saw she had the Danessa Myrick's. So I got my makeup tray here today that I'm gonna have to film later on this week. But we're gonna try it her way, I think. But it's so much going on in the news today. We gotta get to the news, honey. Let me get to the news. Let me pull this over here. Maybe it'll be easier. Yeah, if I pulled it over here. Oh, I hate when you're trying to do something and then they want ads to pop up like, we don't read the newspaper no more. So you're going to make us pay just to look at the story online? Let me just look at another one since you want to make us have to pay. It's in the Washington Post. It's in the New York Times. This just came out about 14 hours ago. So a good 12 hours ago, this was announced. The governor will pardon 175 Maryland convictions. Okay. It said the state legalized the use of recreational marijuana in 2022. Several other states and federal government have also wiped out low-level convictions for marijuana possessions. So Governor Westmore of Maryland pardoned, back up here because my screen just jumped, more than 175,000 convictions. Oh, these ads. So I said, well, let me see what the people talking about. Because that sounds good and all, but let me see what the people talking about. Okay. He pardoned more than 175,000 convictions related to the possession of cannabis and paraphernalia. The pardons will not result in anyone being released from incarceration, nor will they result in having past convictions automatically expunged from a person's background check. However, advocates have praised this decision as it helps remove barriers in housing, employment, and education for people with convictions. Maryland legalized cannabis use and possession, and adults 21 and older may possess, use, and grow cannabis in 2023. So this is an article that was posted in essence.com. So I said, let me go down here to the comments. Let me go right here to the comments, honey. Let's see what the people is talking about. It says, can someone explain what the benefit of this is if they are pardoned but must still rot in jail for a spliff of weed that you could easily buy now? Somebody said exactly. Somebody said when they get out, they won't have a record, I believe. So they don't have to put that on job applications. Somebody said they need their free labor and they get profit off of people who get arrested. It was misdemeanors, not felonies. It's still progress, but more to come. I'm not sure if any of these persons are for people currently in jail. Some of the people they mentioned have been out of jail for quite some time now, and their records have caused issues for finding jobs. It says the pardon will not allow those incarcerated to be released, which means I believe they are currently in jail. Somebody said they will not rot in jail. They will go home free. Almost home state, almost. Pardon and release would have made me get out of my seat. We'll pardon you for the offense. We'll jail you for. But you still got to stay here until the sentence is done. I thought a pardon meant getting out. Child, this is making us think about all types of stuff. What's the point, right? This is making us trying to figure out, our whole life we thought when somebody was pardoned. Don't we see it on the news when people get pardoned and we see them walking out the jail? Yo, this is making us think our whole reality right here. It says, what kind of foolishness is pardon but not releasing and not expunging? Somebody said, the way the government be playing in our face. Somebody says, sir, I have the deepest respect for your leadership and how you've led our state thus far. But this performative pardon is unbecoming, and even of you. I got happy too fast, took my like back, because I'm looking at Instagram, so people taking their like back. The pardon would not result in anyone being released from incarceration. So what the fuck is the point of the meeting if no one is going home? You could have sent this out through the email. The government loves to play, and I'll tell you what she talked about, because they actually had a full press conference.
Deep pride and soberness, I will pardon over 175,000 convictions related to possession of cannabis and cannabis paraphernalia. Maryland legalized cannabis.
You could have sent that in the email. Y'all is crazy in these comments. And these are just comments that are on Essence. Okay, somebody said, and other states can get the same treatment if they vote for the governors for their states. Governors are just as important as picking presidents, as they make a difference. This person said, my boy said, all right, listen up. I'm going to pardon you, but you got to stay in jail. And this has to stay on your record. Woo, played in our faces on this one. But okay, definitely not given what it was supposed to have gave. They should have never been prosecuted to begin with for a plant. Somebody said a good start, no release. Somebody did the Oprah emoji. Look. There you go. Look. And there you go. Somebody said no celebrating, get back to work. In the words of the great Lizzo, it's about that time. In a minute, in a minute. Oh my God. Okay, what's the point? They never get experience the so-called advantages of this pardon if they stay locked up. Some may die incarcerated. Somebody said the damage is already done. Okay. That's what's going on in Maryland. They done pardoned 175,000 people. But and I guess it makes it easier for employment and housing and things like that, but you still gotta wait your time to get out. If you get out. Oh, let me get my skincare going on. So let me see if I can share my screen right here because I've been researching and been thinking about that Rick James and Linda Blair. Only because if you from around my time, you will remember Linda Blair as being one of the famous child actresses. And she was the star of Amityville Horror. And y'all, I didn't pull this up on my computer, but if I'm not mistaken, that house is either in New York or Maryland that they filmed Amityville Horror. I can't remember the actual house. So let me look right here. So I saw Linda Blair pop up on my timeline. Oh, I know why I saw it, because there's another story I wanted to talk about regarding family vlog channels. There's a lot of talk on YouTube because some of those children are now grown and they've been outing their parents for putting all their personal business online. And one girl said she was actually followed when she got off the bus because all of the stuff her mother posts online about her, people could put two and two together, like what school she go to, what bus, what area she get off the bus. She said she was followed by a grown man one day just because of all of the stuff her mother posts online. Anyway, I was going down the rabbit hole about, children being in social media, and Linda Blair popped up on my timeline, and she was talking about the same thing, how hard it was for her after she filmed Amityville Horror. And she's just the cutest little lady, a beautiful woman she turned out to be, but I never knew that she dated Rick James along with a few other people. And I'm saying that because when I looked up her name on Reddit, there's this whole Discord or this whole timeline where people are talking about, the people that she dated in her 70s. Let me see. Okay, I can just go right here. Oh, there we go. All right, let's see. See if I can. So I'm going to start right here. Let's see. I guess I'll start right here. So this is Linda Blair, and this is her all grown up. So I saw a little article about her and Rick James. So I just Googled to see if it was true. And that's when I saw all these images came up of her with Rick James. Then it says she was 22 when she started dating Rick James. And from what I can understand, she broke up with him, and that sort of broke his heart. They was in a 2-year relationship. And they said Rick James speaks about it in his book. Yeah. Yeah, let me go right here. Yeah, they say he talks about it in his book. So I went to Reddit right here. I don't even know. Oh, but it's showing the whole screen. Oh, and she actually terminated. Hmm. So when I got down here reading the comments, somebody said she had a brief relationship with everyone in the 70s and 80s. And whoever said this got like 4,000 likes. Oh, so I was reading some of these comments. They talking about she was dating somebody in the Blue Oyster cult. Blue Oyster cult. She also had a relationship with Rick Springfield in the 70s. He was 25. She was only 15. Is that true? Is that true? I wonder how old was she when she was in The Exorcist? She was probably 8 or something. Gene Simmons. There's a lot of people's names coming up on this timeline on Reddit, honey. Okay. I wanted to go right to Wikipedia. Okay. Oh, and Wikipedia said the same thing. They said at age 15, Blair dated Australian singer Rick Springfield, 25 years old at the time, whom she met during a concert. She also dated Deep Purple and Trapeze Baptiste Glenn Hughes and Neil deGrasso, guitarist, and the future husband of Pat Benatar. I mean, where Pat Benatar at? I gotta look her up. I love me some Pat Benatar. Between 79 and mid 81, she dated Styx guitarist Tommy Shaw. Blair also dated Jim Dandy Mangrum of the band Black Oaks of Kansas. In the 90s, she was in a relationship with actor Wings Howard. But in an interview in 1982, Blair revealed that she found Rick James to be very sexy. James, who was shown in the piece by a member of his entourage, returned the compliment. They dated for 2 years, and James wrote his hit song, Cold Blooded, about her. Speaking on their relationship in his book, The Glow, the autobiography of Rick James, he said, it was incredible. A free spirit, a beautiful mind, a mind blowing body. She liked getting high and getting down as much as I did. We posted topless for a photograph that showed up everywhere. Oh my gosh, we didn't care. We were doing our own thing our own way. It was our love affair that I hoped would last. It didn't. James revealed that he found out Blair had been pregnant by him and did not go along with it without his knowledge. Dang. Then in 77, at 18 years old, she was arrested for drug possession and conspiracy to sell drugs. She got 3 years probation. See how they do? 3 years probation. And she had possession of cocaine. She was also required to make 12 major public appearances and tell young people about the dangers of drugs. Wow. And look, this Reddit right here. She had a thing for Ricks. Oh yeah, Springfield and James. Ooh, somebody said one thing I've learned that it's best not to look into the dating history of people who were popular before 1990. Rock stars, especially, banged anything that moved, regardless of the age. Dang, I just can't believe that Rick Springfield. Now, at first I was amazed she was dating Rick James, but Rick Springfield, ooh, at 25 and she was 15. Ooh, let me get ready. Let me get ready. That is something else. So that blew my mind. I did not know. And what's going on with Sean Kingston? They've been talking about him for the past few weeks. I've been trying to avoid it. But I saw Lovely T did a big story on him the other day. And she reminded me of some things regarding him, like, this ain't the first time he been swindling people out of things. He's been using his name and the name of other people just to get things. And I was trying to figure out, like, when did that song come out anyway? He was born in 1990. That song came out in 2007. Beautiful Girls. That put him to the top of the hits. And it's 2024. So in 3 more years, that song came out 20 years ago. Mm. And I'm just trying to figure out. Oh, Rihanna's Umbrella came out in 2027. I was just trying to figure out. Beyonce's Irreplaceable and Beautiful Liar came out in 2027. Akon, he lent his vocals to, was it Fergie? To 6 songs on the chart. Oh, I didn't know that in 2027. So Fergie had 3 songs. Justin Timberlake, he had the most songs on the chart. So in 2027, I'm Gonna Buy You a Drink, T-Pain was popping, Umbrella, Irreplaceable, Before He Cheats by Carrie Underwood, I Wanna Love You by Akon, featuring Snoop Dogg, Say It Right by Nelly Furtado, I can't, yeah. Don't Matter by Akon, Girlfriend by Avril was out. Timberlake again. Soulja Boy, Crank That. How many people from the Crank That days is still popping? Like some of these people, Jim Jones, We Fly High, Kanye West, Stronger, Bartender, Met the Bartender, Ludacris, Runaway Love was out. Fat Joe, Make It Rain. Oh my goodness, all these songs. Icebox by Marion. Oh, Robin Thicke, I'm Lost Without You. Anyway, Sean Kingston came out then. I don't know if I heard anything by no Sean Kingston since then. Honey, him and his mama. When I saw the story a few days ago or a couple of weeks ago, whenever it first came out, The story was so complicated, I couldn't even talk about it because there were multiple stories. One was that, oh, one was that he swindled a man out of a TV. Like the TV was bigger than this whole wall in my room. The TV cost over $100,000. Once it was delivered, he was supposed to pay the balance, and that didn't happen. So as I'm listening to the whole Sean Kingston and his mother's story, it seemed like that happened in a lot of cases where he would get people to give him things because of his name or because of the people that he know. He would give them a little piece of something, but he wouldn't follow through on the balance. And there was even I saw a whole interview that this man did on YouTube that's a jeweler that said, yeah, he invited me to his house, or not his house, honey. You know, they got estates. Okay. He invited me to his estate, and I was there like a weekend or so. He flew me in. I showed him the jewelry or whatever. He said he was gonna give me $20,000 today. Anyway, it was almost $400,000 worth of jewelry, I think. And what I'm trying to figure out is if you're Sean Kingston and you came out in 2007, why don't you already got jewelry? Y'all stop getting fooled by these people because of the name. If somebody been established for 20 years and they calling you for a whole jewelry wardrobe, something ain't right. He supposed to already have jewelry. Or did he have jewelry and wasn't able to keep it? Because they said he'd been doing some extra stuff. Anyway, so I heard about the TV scandal. I heard about the jewelry scandal from the man himself. And these were not just, K jewelry, big stuff. This was customized jewelry that he makes for you. Like the man flew in to bring it to you. So, it was expensive. And he'll give them like 20,000, but then didn't follow up on none of the payments. And when I was listening to the jewelry guy talk, he said he came to his estate. He stayed the weekend. And I don't know if he asked Sean if he could stay extra days or how that occurred. But Sean ended up telling him, sure, you can stay here as long as you need to, right? So the man said he was sleeping in the bed one day, and there was somebody was banging at the bedroom door, and he looked up. It was police everywhere, along with real estate agents. No, a real estate agent came in and was showing the house. That's what it was. Give him the story right. So Sean then told this man that's his house. Really, that was an Airbnb, honey. He done came to this man's Airbnb, and when the man asked, do you mind if I stay a few extra days? Sean said yes, because he knew he was leaving on time. He told the man, yes, you can stay here. The man wakes up and his real estate agent's showing the property. And the real estate agent and honey, let me tell you, they was dragging the mama and what she looked like. I'm not gonna do all of that, but y'all stop getting fooled by these people with these names. That's all I'm gonna say. Stop being fooled by these people with these names. You got people with names in New York who buying property down south. You know why? Because it's cheaper. It's cheaper. Oh, y'all, I'm going to see Janet Jackson. I'm going to see Janet Jackson. And I know she has a place in New York, but I think it's a condo, you know, what they call the ones at the top. One of them big ones. The other thing I found was interesting was you remember the group Jagged Edge. I don't know how I found this information out, but somebody saw them walking around on a campus or something. And she was like, I know you from somewhere. I know you from somewhere. Because I think they're a set of twins. So, you know, you can recognize them pretty easily. And he was like, so he finally told her, you know, who he was. But looking at the way they was dressed, I automatically, or one of them, I think it's Brian. I automatically knew, okay, so he a Hebrew Israelite now. Yeah, honey. He is a Hebrew Israelite now. The one named Brian from Jagged Edge. And I'm not no expert, so I'm not going to talk about whatever it is. All I'm going to say is one thing I know about some sectors of the Hebrew Israelites is they believe a little girl is a woman as soon as she get her monthly. And I was just watching one of the children from a vlogger mom, and she said she got her monthly at the age of 9. And all I think about is those Hebrew Israelites. Now, some of them say it's not all of them. They have different sects, or whatever they call them, different groups. But that's the main thing I have learned from them. So I just stay away from them. You know, we got a group here in DC that's always at the subway hollering at folks. I don't know why they figure that they gotta holler at you to get the message across. No, they always hollering at folks. One guy said, yeah, I walked by with my pizza and they went in on me. He said, what's wrong with pizza? I think they just, you know, try to get your attention. So, and one lady said they holler at Black women too. But yeah, he done got into the Hebrew Israelites. Let me see where I can find that at. Let me see if I can share. Now, this is for reaction purpose. So this is the young girl. I think she's on a college campus, and maybe they're scheduled to sing or something.
Look familiar, like from like you know, related to somebody famous.
Yeah, I am.
Yes,
She's trying to figure out.
Yes, you is. You know your.
119 and 44, that's all you really need to know. Fast and pray.
I don't know what I got here. Is this a commercial? Oh, it's introduction to the video. But I think they are a set of twins. I don't know their names, but I know one of them, Brian, has been.
There was a time when I barely knew how to turn on a computer.
Social media because he is now a Hebrew Israelite. And I don't know if maybe his sector don't do it, but I don't think I'm sharing anymore. That's what I know about them Hebrew, and that's from Jagged Edge. Y'all need to do your research before you get into some things, because I learned that years ago about the Hebrew Israelites. They defended it too. They said something about it's in the Bible. Everybody changed stuff to it's in the Bible. That when a child gets her menstrual, she is now considered a woman. That's what they believe. And y'all remember this story about the truck driver. Back to him. This man almost got 90,000 subscribers now. Okay, in case you don't remember. There was a truck driver that came on YouTube that said his and why is my mirror all the way over there? That said he came on YouTube. He was upset because he said his father was sleeping with his wife. He got so many twists and turns to the story. I think I probably need to keep notes and come back with a story on him. But the last thing I recently, and I don't look at all his videos, but last night I saw a clip of one, and he was saying he's gotten wait a minute, his wife did get pregnant. She did not decide to go along with the pregnancy. He ended up divorcing his wife, and now he's taking DNA tests on all the children in the house. And the DNA test said 2 of the children are not his. I don't know how many are in the house, but 2 of the children are not his. So, but the story for me on his channel is going so fast. I don't know if I should believe him or not, or he could be smart and he could be telling us a story about something that happened 5 years ago, and he just doing story time. Story time is usually not something that's going on right now. It's usually something that has happened. So even though he didn't say this is an old story or this happened a while back ago, he could be doing just story time for all of us, telling us, how his marriage was. And we thinking it's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to try this Ilia foundation, which I done messed up the whole routine because that girl did not put on no foundation. She used the Nessamiric. So I'm gonna have to try this tomorrow when I can concentrate on my makeup a little better. But yeah, the stories just are so sensational on his channel. Like, what are the odds of you getting married, and because you choose to be a truck driver and you don't come home like you're supposed to, you out there making money. Because let's be honest, when you first get a job, most of us are behind. You know what I'm saying? You're behind the 8 ball. Because for one, you got to wait till you get paid before you make any money. And for two, a lot of times these truck drivers would have went to school first. So you've had 4 weeks or 6 weeks without no money still. And you've had to find a way to pay for tests, find a way to go to class every day, find a way to pay for licenses and all types of stuff. So a lot of times when you start working in that field or a lot of fields, you're behind. So I can see why he may have stayed out there a little extra trying to, make up. But anyway, he bust on the YouTube hard, talking about how his wife and his father were having an affair. And it's just so many things. Like, she having an affair, then she gets pregnant, then she decides not to have a baby, then you get divorced, Then you decide to do DNA tests. Like, it's so much. And then even after the DNA test, he's a stand-up kind of guy. He said he's still going to do all he can for the children. Hold on. All right, we are back. I'm gonna try to go into the YouTube studio and take that out. But whew, I messed up the whole routine. I was supposed to be doing this lady's routine, and I'm up here freestyling, doing my own. So, whew, I don't know if maybe tomorrow when I try this, I need to write it down or something. Cause you're in the habit of doing your makeup like you normally do it anyway. Ooh, there we go. So now, where's the sponge at, girl? I know it's looking a little Oh yeah, Swetha was showing us how you can make your lips look plumper without overlining. She said, do this. Swetha always gets me. She said, line like this. Oh, then she said use concealer on the end. I'm trying to do this real quick because I wanted to try this. She said use concealer. Y'all, I'm always trying something. She said use concealer. And then she asked us, are y'all gonna try it? Yeah, we're gonna try it. Now, Swetha, you know we're gonna. Ooh, okay. So Maryland done made history, honey. Made history for nothing. I don't know now, Swetha. Maybe my lips do look a little plumper. Hold on. Y'all, I think my lips do look plumper. And I thought y'all would have said something about my head, but let me tell you what happened. Last night, I said, oh, I want to do a mohawk. So I did it. And when I did it last night, I said, this is a good hairstyle for me because I like to sleep on my side. So I put my hair up and I can sleep on any side without any problems. So that's why it's sticking up like that. But Swatha, this did work. Thank you, Swatha. Y'all have a great day. I will see y'all on my next upload. Be safe out there, Riches. Peace. She done got us to and get there. Let me do a little space spray to help with the obliteration. Woo. Girl, where you going? Cause that little stuff don't play no games. Okay, is it blended? Okay. About this one. Don't play no games. Okay, let me seal in these eyes. There we go. Thanks for stopping by, everyone. Peace.